what inspires you every day? I'm just going to start there. What inspires you every day?
I love that question, Ken. Yeah. So every morning when I get up, I have a morning routine to set the foundation for my day and for what I want to create in the world. And I am a meditation teacher, as you mentioned in my introduction. So I start every single day of my life with about a 30-minute meditation. And I get some of my inspiration during that time. I feel like prayer is where we talk to God, you might say, and meditation is where we listen. If you believe in a higher consciousness and a greater power, as I believe most of everyone tuning in today does, that you're really listening in that meditation to inspiration. So, lately my morning routine has included a grounding in the beginning of my meditation. So I'm taking some deep measured breaths. I'm really calming my nervous system, getting back into embodiment, this goddess temple that is the body, sort of centering my spirit. And then I am like looking towards spirit guides, ancestors, people throughout history who have inspired me. I call upon them in my morning meditations. So I will call upon great leaders who've inspired me over the course of history, like the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, like Nelson Mandela, who has one of my favorite quotes that harkens back to something you said, Ken, about, it always feels impossible until it's done, right? These challenges we're facing in the world that are really unprecedented. But for me, really tuning and tapping in every morning and kind of calling upon the better angels
Yeah.
of our nature, I would say.
I love that, Lisa. And that reminded me. Napoleon Hill, the great writer who wrote Think and Grow Rich, among other books. He wrote The Success Principles, which is a book about 3 inches thick. But Napoleon brought in the concept of mastermind, right?
Mhm.
And he taught, first his mastermind with groups around, but he also had his mastermind in the astral. And he and he said when holding intention with that group for so long, he said they actually manifested in physical form before him at one point in his life. So
Wow.
we're talking about, bringing in not only the mastermind around us, okay, the people that have, that's how I built all my shows, all my companies, is I put a mastermind group around me that they're a lot smarter than me. I started in radio. I put a bunch of people that knew about radio because I didn't know anything. Podcasts, the same thing. TV, the same thing. Writing books, everything, mastermind. But there's always that I do the same thing you do. There's that mastermind. That's the eternal mastermind. That's where our help comes from.